So yeah, just tell me your name and your role, and just be curious to hear just your perspective firsthand. What have you seen that's just shocked you and touched your heart?
Yeah, my name's Devin Terrill. I'm a public information officer for the Palisades incident. Really, just like we talked about, the overwhelming just generosity and sense of community that has come out of such a catastrophe like this has been, a bright light at the end of the tunnel for us.
Now, I've heard stories about some of those of you first responders who have also been impacted. I know you said you're from Monterey, but I'm sure you've come across men and women here fighting these fires and serving that are also impacted. Can you touch on some of that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and not just the firefighters. There's people just volunteering their time. There's police that have been impacted. It's the community is not just random people. It is like we said too. It takes a village. So there is a village in every community where there are some firefighters there. There are some first responders to every sense. Police force, even the food trucks. Some of these guys, their homes have been impacted, and they're still out here, providing what they can to help support the cause.
What do you hope that we learn from all of this?
Oh man, there's the deep question, the moral question. Man, it's back to just being humans, and there's a lot of things that shouldn't matter that do these days. And the only thing that really does is our health and our safety. Man, if we could just take better care of each other, be there for each other, we'd be a much better place, for sure.
What needs have you personally or the other first responders had that are not being met, if any, over the last week?
Oh man, this is
good
actually
bed, probably, right?
Yeah, no, it's a very common question. This is a prime example. I couldn't tell you of one if I thought about it. We have, long before anyone is donating and supporting things, the way that our teams are set up is to build an entire town in 24 hours. So there might be a slight delay in something, but I've never been on a fire in my life that we haven't been provided with ample water, ample coffee, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, an excessive amount of food, and not only that, but a place to sleep. It's never happened in my career. So the only thing that we need, I would say, is just good attitudes and people that are part of the public, if they're around us, just to we live off of the wave, the thank you is what really just keeps our energy levels up. So, and that's never ever not existed either. So it's always an abundance of that too. So back to your question, there is nothing that we need. We have the full support of every member that's here, has the full support from every supervisor that they have, and even it goes as far as internationally, where they've come internationally to support us. It's really an unbelievable thing to experience.
Well, you can actually see with these star wagons and others that Hollywood is stepping in and providing places for you guys to get out of the sun and get a little bit of rest, maybe.
7 food trailers here, all donated their time to be here. You guys dropping off a case of Monsters, no one's not going to have energy to be here.
Right.
And it would not take much to get anything. But all of those needs are met so fast that by the time you think you might need something, it's already here. So.
Last question I have for you. When did you get here, and what was your first response when you saw the devastation?
Yeah, I lived in Santa Barbara for a long time. I actually lived in LA for a couple of years. I have deep roots. Not deep roots. I have roots in this area. I have lots of friends and family. I came here on day 2 of the fire. Still, quite active. And emotionally, I think most of us kind of hold all of that back. We don't really think too in depth of it. We're here to serve a purpose, protect what we can as fast as we can. It's later on down the road, I think, weeks after I leave here,
when you reflect,
when I have the time to talk to friends and family, and we'll still meet people that were really directly affected by it, where it really all starts to come full circle when you start to experience that stuff. But right now, my main focus, all of my energy, my mental state is strictly focused on providing what I can to everyone that's around here and just being as big a help as possible.
What are you hearing as far as how long you'll be here personally?
There's no rumors as of now, but we still have live.
Did you just leave
electrical wires everywhere, open gas lines. You know, the water supply has been contaminated to an extent now. We will not allow anybody into this area until we are 100% sure that they can, you know, if their home is still here, which I pray to God it is, we won't let anybody in until we know for certain that they can go to their home and be 100% safe. So I know that kind of brings up some frustration. You know, people, I understand, like I would want to be back in my home immediately, but
safety first.
Safety first, man.
100%.
Number one, always safety first. So that's kind of what it's going to take a little while, for sure. And some areas are definitely worse than others. So I could see them starting to open up, you know, like West LA a little bit soon. But as far as PCH, as far as Pacific Palisades, I think it'll be quite some time. Understandably.
Well, Devin, thank you so much. God bless you for the efforts that you're putting in, and just, you know, if we could go around and thank the thousands and thousands of men and women, we'll thank all of them through you.
I appreciate
your
like
time.
I said, it takes a village. We all have a part in that village, and appreciate you coming
Pray
out.
that you'll get home to your family soon.
Yeah, thanks.